Hello, welcome.
Hey everybody.
Today we're here with Tiffany,
Hey.
and she is the owner and a great entrepreneur of Skies of Rain collection, where she has beauty products and other things too. I'll let you talk to them a little bit, Tiffany.
So I have a full cosmetic line of vegan, cruelty-free matte lipsticks, smudge-free lipsticks. I have matte, I have creamy, I have eyeshadow, I have foundations launching in the spring. I have lip liners, eyelashes. I have beauty oils. I have a whole full line of products.
Awesome. So she got the whole works, ladies.
I do, and I want to thank you guys for allowing me a chance to come on and welcome by your followers and your subscribers. So I brought you guys a gift.
Thank
you. So this is for the both of you. So
Open the goodies on camera.
So you guys make sure that if you're watching to enter to my raffle, comment "I'm here" in the comment section, and you get a chance to win a Glamaholic case full of Skies of Rain products.
Okay, so first let's just go in a little bit on on presentation. Oh my gosh, like y'all see that? Like how it's packaged and everything. Aw, everything looks good.
Thank you, Tiffany.
You guys are welcome.
So for myself, I suck. Like I'm not good with makeup at all. Like I try to do a little lash here and there, but yeah.
All women are good with makeup in one way or another. So many of my people who thought that, oh, I can't wear those colors, I don't wear makeup.
Okay.
And I'm like, just try this. Because even if it's just a good gloss, honey, you put on a good gloss, it changes their mood, don't it?
Oh yeah, I love
See?
a good gloss.
Exactly.
Okay, so this just changed the mood right here because it's called Send Nude. So
What?
Yes.
where did this name come from?
Because
Send
that
nude.
melanin skin, that color is very close to nude. So that's where I got the name from. So it's in nudes because it's a pretty,
I love it.
It's a pretty melanated color. And it's really dope. It's an everyday color. I think I wore it when me and my husband went to Chicago. I wore it just us out hanging out, and it's a really sexy color. It's really subtle. It's good.
All right, and what's that?
So that's our body frosting.
Show it to the camera, let them see.
My bad, y'all.
Yes.
Can y'all see this, or do I need to move closer?
So that is our body frosting.
Body
It's
frosting.
in between a lotion and a butter, so it's like in between the two. So it's
Ah,
not
I
really
need some of
thick and it's
this.
not runny.
Okay.
That's one of my top sellers. When I first launched the color Champagne lip gloss, it sold out in less than an hour. That was the first
That's
time I
cool.
did that, and I was
That's
super
like
excited.
Yeah, I was gonna say that had to be the dopest
I
feeling.
cried in the car. I definitely cried in the car.
So what made you decide to do a cosmetic line?
Okay,
Like, what
so
inspired you? Kind of two-part.
Okay, so my youngest daughter Mackenzie kept talking about making lip gloss. She's always on YouTube and she's 5, so she's like, let's make some lip gloss. And we were just finding out that we're expecting our second child, and I was just home because of the pandemic. So work from the office had completely stopped and we were home. So I bought all the stuff for me and her to make this lip gloss, and I'm like, the whole house was asleep and nobody was moving, but I needed to do something. So I'm like, let me just give it a shot. So I started it and I enjoyed it. I put on some music, everybody else was asleep. It was therapeutic, and I had all these skin problems at the time. So I'm like, I can make my own little thing going on here. So it started with just these small little dollar store looking tubes, $5 tubes.
I saw that.
And it launched into something much bigger. I started liking it, and I'm like, I don't know if anybody else have ever had this problem when you buy stuff from the beauty supply. A lot of times that stuff breaks me out.
Yeah, same with me. I can't wear anything.
So I'm like, found me some concoctions, and I'm like, wow, using these natural oils and butters work for me.
Yeah.
It's a lot better with keeping my skin hydrated. So I'm like, let's try it out. So I posted it and it went well. I didn't have a website. I didn't have any labels. I didn't have any branding, any of that. But people like, I want one. And they was sending me money via Cash App. So I'm like, okay, I could do this, huh?
Okay.
So it went from there. And then I'm like, I want to go a little further. So I started making homemade lip scrubs. And yes, I started making homemade lip scrubs and lip oils. And then I just went full beauty line.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's
I
how
like
it
that,
started.
like, because you were really like fully invested and inspired by that. Because the thing that like with me, I would thought about it like, you know what? Every little like the ingredients, what breaks people out, learning different skin tones. Everybody's different skin. You know
Yes.
how it is. Like
We
me,
just-
I'm a dry, oily mix, so it's like I'm here, but I'm usually like,
Yes.
so.
We just had a whole conversation
So,
before
yeah.
we went live, me and her, about eyes. Like, I was like, I gotta do my little magnetic strips because, like, I don't do, like, I got my eyes was closed shut, okay? Off of trying to go get some extensions or whatever. Like, I can't
Oh
do
my
it. Like,
God.
lashes, like, lash glue, all that stuff. Like, my skin is, like, super sensitive, so, like, I can't do all the crazy stuff. No. Nope. Gotta keep it simple.
Got it. So for those who are just tuning in, we
Hey,
are
everybody.
live with Joy and Nikki here today with Tiffany. And her products are, the actual line is Skies of Rain collection. And we have a Valentine's Day do's and don'ts that we're going to be going over as well. But we want to get right into the product here because she's have a raffle, doing a giveaway.
Yep.
So we got some goodies and some gifts. And tune into, like, if you have any questions for her, you can definitely comment down below, give us the questions, and we can interact and talk to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
And I'm gonna try to see where I get up, but I'm gonna try to see.
I actually got it,
it.
so you should be good.
Oh,
I'll be
look
able to
at
go on here.
She
without
got
it.
it.
Yeah. So next up, like, what what inspired you in regards to that? Do you, like, for your husband, do you make him like try anything on any
So
lip
yes,
glosses and stuff?
so he would absolutely not try a gloss. That's like a no. However, I started a beard oil line, and my husband's bald, so he typically doesn't wear his beard. So he grew his beard out for me to try this oil for months. So we did it for
Okay.
like a year and a half. And I'm like, I'm not really sure if I'm ready to launch it, you know, but we did that. He tried the scrubs. He loves lip scrubs.
That's good.
And yeah, so he uses his lip scrub faithfully. Like, he does not play about his lip scrub. The rose oil, he uses it on his head.
Mm.
After he shaves his head, he uses the rose oil on his head.
Does it smell really good?
So the rose oil does not, it's really, really subtle, just like roses. So it does not have a perfumey smell or anything like that, because of the fact that I did not want you to have something on your face or sinking into your pores with those perfumes.
Yeah.
So it's all natural. So I did give you guys
So
one.
guys, if you
So
are
it's not
interested,
heavy. So I think a lot of guys stray away from it because they think about roses.
yeah,
Yeah.
But it's not heavy at all.
as far as the
Okay.
scent is concerned.
And then for Valentine's Day, you can heat it in like a bowl of hot water. Heat it, use it as a massage oil.
Okay, yeah, it's not loud or anything.
Yes.
No, it's real
Let's
subtle.
get
Okay.
into this. So this is called the rose oil.
Yes, it's on my site. And then like if you follow me, I do a
This is
lot of
pretty,
like
too.
random sales with my viewers. Just like we have fun.
Just like y'all gotta make sure y'all comment below.
Yes, say
So-
I'm here to enter the raffle. This Glamaholic case is full of Skies and Rain products, but you gotta comment I'm here.
And I already saw what's inside. So y'all in for a treat. All right, so we got how you got started and everything. So what inspired the name? Because I know you said like you didn't have a website and you weren't like ready, but you were working, and that's cool. That's how we gotta do stuff a lot of times.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta
Just-
start. You gotta
Yeah.
move your feet, and
Just
the rest
go.
of the rest will
And-
happen.
everything will fall into place. So
Okay, so
the
my
name, you was like, okay, what am I gonna call this line?
and that's how I was. Like I didn't know, and I was contacting one of my friends. Her name is Sharonda. I was contacting her in the middle of the night. Her and my best friend Crystal, bugging them like, what am I gonna call this? What am I gonna do? And Skies of Rain happened because of Mackenzie's middle name is Sky,
Mhm.
and my daughter McKinley's middle name is Rain. Sky means the cloud, and then rain is for the rain. So it also means royalty. So it was supposed to be the royalty in the cloud for my daughter that's deceased. So that's where we got the name Skies of Rain Collection. So that's how that was birthed.
I love it.
Thank you.
Aw. All right, so I'm looking at, and then this one right here, because I don't do, anybody know me know I don't do makeup. The most I do is lip gloss and lashes. That's about it. Like I don't do nothing, no shadows, nothing like that. So
So that's a beauty blender. It's also vegan and cruelty free.
I love it.
So it's very easy to wash. It absorbs water. So I don't like to use makeup brushes all the time. So I use my beauty blender. So to apply my concealer and to apply my foundation, I use the beauty blender. It's really easy because it's at that curve at the end. So it's really easy to get the corner of your eyes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you mentioned your daughters. How many kids? Is it just the two?
Me and my husband have 2 kids together, and then we have 3 bonus children. We have 3 teens, and they are amazing.
So do you use them at all as your models?
No.
No.
They're teenagers, so they're like over it.
I know how
They are over it. However, they do give their input. They do give their
That's
input.
important for us to learn to kids too, because they the new generation too. I always ask my girls, as you can see, it's hard for me to even get her to come set the camera up. So I know how it is to get them to be involved, but definitely like they know what's going on.
Yes.
I kind of keep up with TikTok and all that other
That
stuff.
they will help me with TikToks and edits, and they'll teach me stuff, and they'll be like, you know, I think you should wear this. I think you should do this. They're really helpful in that regard. But as far as like, because we have 2 boys, and then we have our 18-year-old daughter.
Don't do anything.
They're like.
Okay.
They're like, nah, you know, they're not gonna, you know. But when I have like live sales, they're really helpful. They'll help me package up orders. They're amazing.
All right. So we were talking about so let's just kind of get into, because one of the things you said or was vegan that I love, like, because you know a lot of stuff is have a lot of products,
Yes.
milk products, peanut products, all types of stuff and things that you don't need. So or it's not for everybody's face. So anyway, you said that your some of your stuff is vegan.
Mhm.
What's give me 10 things, and that's probably, I don't know if you can come off the bat with 10 things, but give me 10 things you love about your brand, or 10 things that set your brand apart from other cosmetic brands.
I think one of the major things that sets me apart from other beauty brands is my transparency with my customers. I get on live sometimes how I look when I'm around the house. I don't care, and we just really talk. Like my supporters are like family to me at this point. Like when I see them, I'm like, hey, like, you know, like those are my cousins. Like, you know, my supporters are my cousins. Another thing that I like is that I don't like to market my beauty product as though I make you beautiful. Majority of beauty brands tell you that you need to buy this because you're not pretty until you buy this. And I don't market my brand that way. I tell you that you're beautiful before this, but this is going to speak for you. I like to more so say that my brand is to help talk for you, so you
enhance.
Exactly. So kind of like what you're feeling, your lipstick can speak for you for the day.
There you go.
You know, I don't want to tell you that you're not pretty until you put this on. That's not the case. So I know that's not one of my selling points, is to tell people that they're not beautiful before they have my product. Another thing is that I wear my products. I wear my products. I believe in my products. My customers are going to see that I support my brand just like they do. A lot of times when people do commercials or they go out, they don't even wear their own makeup brand. They don't believe in it. So I usually, I'll post in my Insta stories about how I wash my face, then how I apply my rose oil, how I do my lip scrub. I use my products as a part of my daily routine. Another thing I like to that sets me apart is just again, like the relationship with my customers is like crazy. Like it's so crazy. Like it's a special bond. My packaging, I think, sets me away from a lot of people. I know that pink is like the color, like for women, we say, but I think I take a lot. It's come to a point where I take pride in my packing orders. I've switched my packaging so many times. And now yes, they were hard at first. And now I've come to a place where I really love them. You know what I mean? So I also try to, I just think I just set myself apart, just period. I try not to blend in with the other beauty brands and what they're doing and how they're trying to, you know, what they're doing, and just do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And I also do a lot of research. Like I did this on my live a couple of weeks ago. I told my subscribers and my followers how I bought some things from Dior, Chanel, Gucci, and I believe Burberry. I bought some of their most expensive makeup products just to
Just
see
to see.
what the difference was and to see what the unboxing experience was like and to see how it set us apart. So I bought a Dior beauty blender and I think it was $25 for just a beauty blender.
Oh, wow.
And I wanted to feel the consistency, and I don't think other brands do that. I wanted to see what it was like, what made you spend this, and what does it feel like, and how can I assure that I'm giving you the best that I can give you as a brand. So I think that sets me apart too, that I'm always willing to go over and beyond to make sure that I'm providing the best that I can.
That's dope though too, because I don't think a lot of people try to see. I know people look, you do want to know what your competitors are doing, but I definitely don't think that people are purchasing, the other products to see what's what. They're like, no, I'm trying to push my product. So yeah. So it's definitely, you definitely want to know what the competition got going and everything. But I feel like your packaging is as important as what you are selling. So like that's always awesome though to me. If I open something and everything looks like it was well thought out, it's not like usual. Because you got people, sometimes you have some of us, our Black entrepreneurs, put stuff together for you and they'll put it in a bag, or we'll give it to you, in your hand, depending on how you do it, stuff, whatever. It's like, here you go, you want to buy this or this and that. It's like, so it's kind of like, it really matters. Like I said, packaging matters to me, presentation matters to me. Same thing with food and everything for me. Like, don't bring me no plate or nothing. I don't care how good it look. I want it to look amazing before I even taste the amazement, okay?
Right.
So
I really tried to up my brand every chance I got. With all the money that I make and everything that I get from my brand, I try to up the scale a bit. So when I first started, my packaging was bad. In my opinion, it was bad. The labels were bad. Everything. I didn't have a logo. It was just horrible. But it's where I started to get where I am now. And then now we have a whole vending machine.
Okay, so back to the vending machine. So I think for one, I think the vending machine is dope. It looks amazing.
Thank you.
You did it all pink, and then do you have like the name going down the side and all that good stuff?
Yes, it goes across the side, the back, the front, and then it has the LED lights and the TV monitor.
So now when you did the vending machine, because they got like just a vending machine, all your products, and that's cool though too, because if you're doing stuff like online, and then you got people who know you, just like, hey, I need some of this or blah blah whatever. So like that's
how that started.
Yeah,
so a lot of my customers was like, hey Tiff, can I come pick this up? I want to go out tonight, and I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
I just gotta wait for the mail. So I'm like, okay, what can I do? I felt like I'm not at a place for like a brick and mortar, and I did not want a brick and mortar, so I started thinking, and I'm like, bothering my husband like 2 o'clock in the morning, like, hey, wake up, I got an idea. And I'm like, I think I should get a vending machine. And he's like, what? I'm like, I think I should get a vending machine. He's like, fine, do it. And I'm like, huh? He's like, yeah, do it. And that's how that happened. I did it.
How do you figure out like your locations and everything? I know
That
you
is
gotta
the
have
hardest
it
part
like
of having
a
vending machine.
Yeah, making sure it's in a
That
high
is the
traffic
hardest.
area.
But I would say
Or
for
a
anybody
residential.
who wants a vending machine to really take the time and make a list of the people who have resources for you. I think that a lot of times we forget about the people that are around us and that we already have relationships with who are willing to help you get to the next level. So that's kind of how this was. So my beauty vending machine is inside of a salon, and I have a long lasting relationship with my hairdresser. I've been going to her since I was 13 years old and I'm 35. So we were kind of talking. I'm
That's
like,
nice.
hey, what about if we put it inside of the salon?
There you go.
You know, when you get done getting your hair done, what you want? You want to get your lashes done, you want your lips right, you want to go see your man or go home, you want to be cute.
And that's real, because when you finish getting your hair done, halftime for me, I gotta run to the beauty supply real quick, or I gotta run do something. So how awesome is
So
it?
now you don't have to do that. You just go right to the vending machine.
So we're going to get into it a little later too, but tell everybody how they can follow you for those who are not.
So you can follow my business page, which is Skies of Rain, on Instagram, on Facebook, and I am on TikTok, Skies of Rain TV, on TikTok and YouTube, Skies of Rain TV.
Cool. Any plans for the Valentine's Day for you and the hubby?
We never plan stuff out. Things are just majority of the time
Spontaneous?
surprises. Yes.
That's cool.
Yes.
A little spontaneous.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna say most memorable, because Valentine's Day is tomorrow. So most memorable Valentine's date, was it? I don't know.
The most
It was probably was when y'all was dating. Look, I'm just gonna put that out there because people always say it's different when they get married. Like, oh, we had so much more fun when we were before we got married, or vice versa.
Really?
So yeah.
I think a majority of our fun times came with
Since you've been married.
Since we've been married.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Since we've been married, I think the most spontaneous and the most surprising Valentine's would have to be before we got married. Though he kind of called up to my job and was like, "Hey, I want you to Uber to this location." And I Ubered to the location, and there was a hotel, and there was bath water ran. He wasn't there. There was bath water ran. There was rose petals everywhere. There was roses. There was cupcakes. There was teddy bears. There were gifts. And then we had dinner with live music. It was great. I had never experienced something so romantic from someone.
And
so
he took out the time to think, plan it all out too.
Oh, he's a hopeless romantic. Like dealing with a Cancer man to me is like the best. So we're both Cancer.
I never dated a Cancer, but my dad was a Cancer. He definitely used to think some stuff out.
Yes, so he's a Cancer, and he is like the most romantic person I've ever been with.
That's cool. I'm like,
he is so romantic. He is so romantic, and I never see it coming. Like I would think that after all of these years that he still manages to.
That's what
matters.
matters.
You have to keeping it though. Like people always say all the time, like don't introduce me to something you can't keep up. So definitely if you that's awesome.
He still manages to I'd be like, how did you do this? When? I'm always so shocked by him.
And then that keep you motivated too. And it just spices it up and make you want to do different stuff too.
Does. So. One of the best things is that he never gives me flowers for being upset. A lot of times people correlate flowers to I'm sorry.
I used to get a lot of those.
I've never gotten flowers for him for I'm sorry. That makes it even better though. When I get flowers, it's literally like being genuine. Like I love you and I felt like doing this today.
Just because.
Yeah.
Just because I had just posted on my social media, what was that? I don't know, yesterday or the day before about hugs and stuff like that. It's the smallest things. I promise, people think they gotta go all out for stuff, and going all out is cool because it's dope. We know you took some time and you went all in for it, so that's awesome. But it's the littlest things. I had put down hugs and forehead kisses. They're super underrated. People be always talking about bags and he got to get this or he got to get that. And I could care less about $5,000 bag.
I get a whole attitude when he don't kiss me on the forehead in the morning.
Okay.
That's his everyday thing before he leaves. He kisses me on the forehead.
Yeah.
So if he don't kiss me on the forehead, I'm like, wait, what happened? We into it?
Where my hug at? Right.
Looking forward.
We into it. That little TikTok man be like, we into it. That's how I feel. Like, what happened?
Well, why you in the other room?
That's how I feel. Like, what happened? But yeah.
So anybody that's just tuning in, we're here
y'all.
live with Joy and Nikki. With Tiffany is our guest today. And she has the product skincare line, Skies of Rain collection. So she has some goodies. She's doing a giveaway. So what is it? I am here.
Say I'm here in the comments to enter to win. My products are filled in the Dermaholic cosmetic case.
So definitely put that down there, guys. So we're gonna dive into. I had a question, and what is this? Because I don't even know. I done messed up the iPad here. So some of us are when you're in the entertainment industry and you're meeting people and you're traveling and stuff. The question was, for your man crush. Is it inappropriate or not inappropriate to have a man crush of a celebrity that's married? What is your thoughts about that?
I don't think it's inappropriate as long as you're not over the top. If you have cause my husband, he loves Tiana Taylor. If Tiana Taylor come on the TV, then that's that. It's that's his girl. And for me, it's Chris Brown for me. So I'm gonna go to the concerts. I'm gonna go, I think I think it's okay because they're not in reach of you. They're not, you know what I'm saying?
And I think that's the thing that I was thinking of because I was talking to somebody anybody that knows me know I love Lorenz Tate. Hi, Lorenz. Well, Lorenz is definitely watching.
He might be.
But he is married, dope dude or whatever, and there opportunities present itself for anything that we end up being around each other. Some people say it he married or why did you posting him or this, types of stuff.
Right.
Everybody has their own little opinions of that, but like I'm still gonna be posting this.
I
on
feel
Reels
like-
anyway, but
I think it's harmless
I don't
as long as
ask
you're not
everything.
literally like you're not in his DMs like, hey,
Yeah,
can I meet you
right,
after the
yeah.
airport or something?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's harmless, but if we're being realistic, like even without being a celebrity, I'm sure that there's women who look at my husband or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
and that's
I
why
wanna
when it was
kick
brought
it
to
with
my
him
I'm
and
like,
they know
for
he
me,
married,
yeah,
you
like
know.
we have people that
For me, mine is a little different. I just feel like if the person is married, except for Mark Wahlberg, but if the person
what
is
makes
married,
it different?
She got an exception
Oh.
to the rule.
I don't know. They're usually like you don't exist to me usually when you're married. You know, like as far as like posting them as a man crush Monday.
I get it because
Attraction is attraction. I mean, if you're attracted, you're attracted.
And I
but
used
I mean,
to really like Lance Gross, and then when he got married, I was
yeah,
like,
you'd be like, I'm good.
when I
okay.
see him, I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
swipe, like,
Yeah.
rather than like so.
It's unfortunate, but if we're realistic, like some women like married men more.
Yeah,
So-
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, don't touch. I don't care. You can have all the crushes on man. Look, don't touch.
Right.
That's right.
Okay.
You better tell them.
That's a whole nother subject because I can't even do it. Okay. The married man. That's crazy though. But you definitely got
You
people
do have
who
people
want to
who-
go after a married man.
Yes, you do.
I mean, because I guess let me put myself in their shoes. I guess it would be less work or less. I don't know. You know, people be like, I don't have to see this person all the time. I don't have to deal with them. It's more so of a convenient thing or whatever. If I just want to do whatever, I guess I don't know. For me, I don't like the second place part, and I don't like the I can't do it. I can't.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just thinking like, I mean, I guess it can be easy and convenient, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about in terms of
I'm saying like for the
Other
person,
woman.
if the person
that like
the
to
women
do
who
that.
like married men is like, what do you want by for me, my first thought is why do you want somebody else's man? Like why don't you want your own?
I think for the most part,
like if you don't really want a man and you just trying to
I think
I
for
guess-
the most part, too many people see, oh, that's what he do for her. I can get that. And
Yeah.
what you don't understand is that wife has gained something different
Yeah.
than you'll ever receive.
Yeah.
People don't understand
They
that
don't.
being a wife or being a husband is more than just the cute stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just think that, oh, he buy her this or he do this and he
No.
want to down
No.
for her. She's gotten to that place where she's deserving of those
Yeah.
things. She prays behind him. She is much more than
Yeah.
you know, cooking and sexual behaviors. It
Absolutely,
goes
Tiffany.
much deeper than that.
Absolutely.
And that's what
That's
people
true.
don't
half
look at.
of what he is comes from you and vice versa. You know,
Mhm.
y'all built each other up. So come on now. Yeah. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
Valentine's Day's do's and don'ts. Kind of like, what do you think is like cliche? What is a don't for you, period,
Ooh.
when it comes to
When it comes to Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
I don't have to go out for Valentine's Day. I don't like large crowds,
That's
and
me.
that's even before COVID. So I'm good. Like, we don't have to go out to dinner. I don't need the 2-hour waits. I'm good. You don't have to. That's not. I'm good. Like, don't book no reservations on Valentine's Day. Don't do
know.
it. 'Cause I don't like it. It gives me anxiety. I don't like it. It's overrated. We walk into a restaurant, it's 40 people in
Oh,
here.
I'm
And
the
I-
same
That's the
way.
thing I don't like. I don't like the weights and stuff
I'm
like
the
that.
same way.
And then now it's COVID too. I'll be like, oh God, there's 1,000
Yes.
people here. Can we go?
Yeah.
I'm the same way, especially for like holidays wise. Like I like to go out every now and then
Mhm.
anyway, but I am more of like, I think you put a little more thought in it if that sound and asparagus was made by you.
I'm good.
Now, baby, please don't get in that kitchen if you can't cook. Don't do it.
Or
Don't
we'll
do
get a
it.
chef. We can get a chef.
Right.
But something, you know, like something different. I like stuff that's different. I've had the same thing with my
Uh-huh.
ex where it was spontaneous, like, let's go. And I'm like, okay. And I'm in the car wondering like where I'm
Where we
headed to.
going?
And we in a whole nother state. And I'm like, oh, you really thought this
Yes.
out? Like, and just had the time there or whatever. So like I get it. Like I like that type of stuff. Valentine's Day for me, sweetest day, stuff like that. That's just like another day. for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay,
Yeah.
we don't need to make a big deal.
Right,
about it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See, my husband does that to me all the time, and I falls for it the whole. It's just another day. Let's not do nothing, and then,
And then you end up doing
he goes
something.
over the board. He goes overboard,
Yeah.
and then I be like, I thought you said.
Right.
So I always have to be on standby with something
Yeah. Oh yeah.
because he
Gotta
gets
be
me like
ready.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm single, so like I don't. I'm my own Valentine, so. But, I don't know, but I mean I do like I don't know with the going out to eat and stuff like that or whatever. It's cool. I don't like the long wait, so I can get wanting to be in on a day like that, definitely. But I feel like when I was in a relationship, it's like if you are if y'all up on each other all the time, or if y'all are super busy, like days like that is important when y'all don't have a date night, or when y'all don't have time for each other.
Yeah.
If this person is working like 24/8, and you know, and you doing the same thing, then yeah, days like that matter. But like if y'all already like Valentine's Day is a random day on a Tuesday, you coming in with flowers, you already got dinner laid out, stuff like that or whatever, then it's different. I think days like this it depends on your relationship, how things go on a regular day.
We allow society to tell us what's best for
Oh yeah,
us.
absolutely.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he ain't do nothing for you for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, like,
or you see all these posts. Like, we allow society to put these
Yeah.
expectations on each other when it's really not that deep. Like, you know what I mean? It's not that deep. Like, if, you know what I'm saying? Because what if you can't afford it?
Right.
Yes, that's the thing.
And
Like,
then
But
why-
what's more important? Like, what if, like, me and my husband want to start, you know, get to the place where we can get some land and things like that. So what's more important, that he buy me some flowers and some jewelry on Monday, or is it more important that he like, hey, the money that I would have spent, I put that in this account, and this is what we gonna do. You want to watch Power? Not to, you know, you want to watch Power at 12 o'clock, or you know what I'm saying? You want to eat these chicken sandwiches and call it a day.
For me, it's always kind of like about investments, or you building. To me, it makes more sense to build for the future, especially if y'all gonna be together. You know, if y'all married, or if y'all like been in a long-term relationship, like don't go spend. I say it all the time though. I said it on like podcasts before. Don't spend $5,000 on a bag for me. Go put that in an investment account. Like go put it towards something.
We had the smallest.
Go buy me another vending machine at another location. Something like that. Like don't
say it again.
Don't.
And that's me. I mean, to each his own. You know what I mean? But it was the same thing with it. Like our wedding was so simple. It was.
You said simple. Now come on now.
It was simple.
It looks
so. My
beautiful.
husband and we had just got our house. That we had just got our house, and we didn't have no furniture, y'all. We didn't have nothing. We had just got our house. I mean, there's nothing in there. And he used to work these 16-hour shifts before he became an entrepreneur. And we were sitting in the basement. Mackenzie was asleep. This was before McKinley, and he like come closer to me. I want you to know that this isn't a joke, because we was drinking. And he was like, I want you to know that this is sincere, so I need you to feel my energy when I say this. So we like intertwined legs and hands. And he was like, I want to get married. I'm ready to get married. We have the kid. We have the house. I want a marriage. And he said, I don't want a fiance. I want a wife. So
it was quick though. It was quick too. It was literally like, because
I was like, oh, she's married.
So he was like, so it was like a weekend, and he was like, I think it was like a Sunday, and he was like, so I want you to pick out your ring. He didn't pick out my ring. I picked out my ring. He's like, I want you to pick out your ring, and we go to get married. So I'm like, I ain't gonna pay him no attention because we've been drinking, right? So I'm like, so I get up the next morning, I'm doing house stuff, and he like, so did you pick out your ring yet? You gonna go to work tomorrow? Or we gonna go straight downtown? And I'm like, oh, he was serious. So I called off work that Monday. We went downtown. We got the paperwork. And he said, you got 2 weeks to plan your wedding. He said, I told you I don't want a fiance. I want a wife. I don't want to do all that if that's okay with you. He said, if you want a big wedding, that's fine. And I said, I thought about it. And I said, do I really want a big wedding, or is that just what always has been put out there?
That you got to do. Yeah.
I found my dress at Oakland Mall, a little boutique. And we would have got married that same week, but his little cousin was having a birthday party. So we didn't get married that week. We got married the next week. And we got married at a park in St. Clair Shores at the water. It was small. It was simple. Everybody came back to our house afterwards, and that's what it was. And we'll be married for 5 years next year.
Congratulations. I like that story.
It was nice and simple. It was none of that. And I don't regret it, not one bit. I don't regret not having the crazy extravagant dress or venue. Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful.
It is.
But me and him are really simple, and everything was like, again, caught me off guard. I was not expecting him to break out singing. I don't know if you guys ever saw my wedding video. I was not expecting that. And those little unexpected things, that's us. That explains our relationship. Nothing is traditional
That's
with us.
what's important.
So that's why it was good to like just do it, because nothing is traditional with us. We do our own thing, our own way, and we gotta do what everybody else doing. We do our
None
own
of us
thing.
have to. I mean, social media too make everything because so ostracized. Like for instance, now everybody's actually having the reveal parties, then still doing a baby shower. Then we still, got the first birthday party.
Yeah.
Your first year, just from you getting pregnant, we with you your whole first year.
You ain't lying. We
Always at an
with
event,
Mackenzie.
but it's one. And don't get me wrong, for those that are doing it, I'm not knocking it, but this is not like what you were kind of used to.
Yeah.
And now, like I said, it's all over social media, and people are trying to get bigger, and bigger.
Baby
and
showers used to be
more and
really,
more.
really small, right?
Yeah,
they used to be like backyard type thing. Now we renting.
I had like maybe 30 people.
Yeah, I
at
had
my
a
baby
gender
shower.
reveal. Then I had a baby shower at a hall. With
Yeah,
McKinley, we didn't do any of that. We were in the midst of COVID, first of all.
Yeah, my
We didn't
second
do
one, I
any of
didn't
that.
have a shower at all. So
We had like a little drive-by type of thing. We were in the middle of COVID. But you are absolutely right. With Mackenzie, we had a gender reveal. We rented the hall. We did all of that. And see, my aunt decorated everything, but like just to think, like an event planner, cakes is like $200-$300.
man, what? Yes.
You know.
And then the back of it though. If you did something crazy, had a nice cake for it, if you want to cut, some people do the cut inside the cake and then you do the color. So you don't want to did all that for that cake. And then now you got the baby shower cake.
Yeah, because we had a gender reveal cake. Yeah, same situation. We did that, and
it's gonna all be together. I'm tell you that right now. I'm not like for me. I don't have no babies yet, but it's gonna all be together.
And it's like so hard to turn it off though.
Y'all gonna find out at the baby shower when we have.
It's so hard to turn it off. Like when you see that, it's hard to turn it off.
But that's what I've been noticing. Like,
because when my baby turned 1, that was me. Like I was fighting with myself. Like, girl, don't spend that on that cake. Close that. Go to Meyer and get a cake and leave it alone.
But everybody have their things they want to spend money on. Like I don't mind. Like if it's your cake, like, your shoes, your purse, your cake, whatever, so like that, whatever. Like certain things that you don't mind spending money on. If you want to spend $1,000 on a cake or $500 on a cake, whatever, it is what it is. But
it's a good cake.
Yeah, I was gonna say
anyway. I like good cake.
And because
I'm not patient thing, but I'm spend some money.
You don't want no bull. And then for me, it's presentation. Like most of the time, you're not paying for it. You want the taste to be amazing too,
but you're not.
For the art. Yeah, you're paying for the art. You're paying for this person to go in here.
Let me just say, these young Black entrepreneurs that are coming, these bakers and these event planners. Honey, if any of y'all is watching, shout out to y'all, because when I tell y'all these young Black entrepreneurs is out doing themselves with this event planning and these cakes.
Yes.
You look at it, you just like, wow, like you're blown away. Like
I'm talking about my friend, Camila. She what's her name on social media? Barbara Streisand. Shout out to
Camila doing everything.
Real estate, cakes, and everything. But she do them cakes, and I promise one of them she did. I was like, this don't even look like a cake.
Yes, this girl, Chrissy Sweet Treats.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have heard of her, but wow. Like, she did my baby shower cake for Mackenzie, and now she's blown up tremendously, and she did a cake that looks like the Forever Flower box. She posted it, and I was like, wow, like, it looked like the Forever Roses. Like, it was beautiful. Like, these event planners and bakers, just Black entrepreneurs is just...
We dope. Definitely dope.
Doing it, because Mia Ray just gives me life. I'm sorry, but
I'm
obsessed with her.
I love her.
I'm obsessed with her, honey. Yeah. Like, she is just so bomb to me. Like, I don't care what she come out with. I'm going to buy it just because it's her. Child, if I buy one more bag, my husband's probably going to put me out.
We have a couple of events and stuff that's coming up too that we would love you would be a part of.
I would love to be there. I would love to be there.
We always love to make sure that we are there and supporting of our Black entrepreneurs. It is not easy. We know. I got stuff that I've been working on for 5 years that y'all still ain't. It's coming. But I mean, I know all of the time that you have to put into it, the investment, how it takes you away from your kids, your family sometimes, and just
I will say I enjoyed the entrepreneurship more than I've ever enjoyed work. As hard as this is. Yeah. So I worked at the same company for the last 10 years, and they closed their doors December 31st. And it was like, I had to realize that for the first time, I'm able to take my baby to school and pick her up. You know what I mean? And I really got over it when I started Skies of Rain. One of the problems was they told me, I was a supervisor there, and they told me that I had to step down because my business was a conflict of interest. What? So my options were to step down or quit. Those were my 2 options. So at that point, I was frustrated. I'm pregnant, and I'm like, what should I do? Because I'm over it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm over it. And then I remember them like denying me time for a
Because
doctor's
you're an event.
appointment.
Oh.
I had a doctor's appointment. I was pregnant. So I informed them that I was pregnant very, very early. Like I found out I was pregnant in February and I wasn't even a full month. So I informed them early and they were like, no, you can't take these couple of hours off. And I was like, well, I'm going because I almost died having McKinley. So I was like, I'm going, you know, and I went to this doctor's appointment, got admitted into the hospital. So imagine if I hadn't listened.
Had no win at all.
Yeah.
So I started to get like fed up with the whole like
Having
narcissistic ways of companies. Like I remember my boss at the time telling me that we're glad that you started your own company, but we're your main priority. And it was that comment right there that stuck with me that said, you think that you are my main priority and I have a family, I have a business, and you think that you are my main priority.
Wow.
She said that stuck with me to the point where I'm like, no, I gotta go hard. No
Yeah.
matter what it takes, no matter the money, I gotta, if don't nobody else believe, you will see it at the end when I'm done. You will see.
Yeah.
But right now, this is about to be birthed.
The rat race ain't for everybody. It's and I call it a rat race.
Right.
It can be disrespectful for some people, some companies or whatever, but I mean, and I've been a part of the rat race for a long time, whatever. But it's not, it's not fun. Like you're literally just like you get up and you go there, and then you get up, you go there, you get up, you go there, you get up, you go there, and it's just like you kind of like you stop. It's I can't even get it out right now. It's
I know
it's
that
not
it
good for
gets
people's
hard.
health sometimes.
Yeah.
Like you got people who I worked with somebody when the pandemic started. The guy passed away. Like he was battling cancer, still coming to work every day and stuff like that or whatever. And he was just like, you know, he like I don't want to sit in the house, you know, and be, you know, and just do nothing or whatever, or sit and soak in my sorrows. And I totally got that, you know, him coming out or whatever. But like people were dying like next to you, like this person sitting next to you, and they don't want to speak nothing and everything. Of course, through HIPAA laws and all that stuff, you can't speak whatever. You can't say that this person had COVID or this person just out of office right now. You can't notice whatever. This person sitting next to me, let me know what's going on with them, because I don't have time to take nothing home with me. Like, no, let me know.
And that's one of the problems. Like, that's one of the problems for me. Like, when you work for a company it's enjoyable and they appreciate you, that's one thing. You know what I'm saying? When you can enjoy what you do and you can get up and you can be excited. But when something is literally draining you, see, one of the problems that we don't realize, especially within marriage, what I'm dealing with at work becomes a problem with me and my husband and then me and my kids, because that energy that I just allowed you to give me, I just took that home to my husband. My husband ain't did nothing to me, but I got an attitude when I come home, and I'm in bad spirits when I come home, and that disturbs the peace of my household. So you have to take all of that into consideration.
And I do, because I've had that
Is your
before,
paycheck worth your mental health?
Yeah.
Right.
Is it worth the peace of your home? Of your home.
I've had
Sometimes
that
we
my kids
stay.
Like, I just need a break.
Yeah.
Just give me a
Sometimes
moment.
we
I ain't
stay
ready
in
yet.
that. It's no
Okay.
different than staying in a bad relationship. Sometimes we stay because it's comfortable to get that paycheck, but we're not happy. We're uneasy. Our energy is off. It kills our vibration. It's no different than being in a toxic relationship. You stay out of comfortability.
Yeah.
And we have to be able to say, it's plenty of jobs out here. It's plenty of money out here. But we get stuck. And that's what I did. I got stuck. I was uncomfortable and I was unhappy. I would have to ride home in silence so that I didn't take that energy home to my family.
Yeah. And I don't think it's healthy though too. Like I having to sit in the car, like you said, you have to ride home and sit in silence, whatever. I literally had times there. I'm in the parking lot like 30 minutes after I done left the building and came out, I'm still sitting in the parking lot, just trying to like woo, so I calm down from how the day went. And you're just like, what the like, this isn't healthy. This isn't healthy. And that's what I was saying. Like a lot of times people like their health starts to decline because you at work, especially if you work a 9 to 5. You at work when the doctor's office is open, so you're not really taking care of it. You got to call in to be able to do that.
Yes.
And then sometimes there's no coverage. It's just like it's like too much a lot of times with it. Nothing. I'm not knocking companies like, hey, do what you do, whatever. Like everybody have to do what they got to do for their families and stuff like that. But you got to find something that works for you.
And for those
that
people
goes
who
back
are,
to why we like really think that it's important for us to support one another.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because the same way that we do all of that and the supporting and doing the
helping these other businesses be billion
and they're rising,
Yeah.
and you my neighbor, you know what I'm saying? Or you my cousin, you my family member, and you trying to do it because mentally you are messed up at that job. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You don't get a Valentine's Day or a birthday or a baby shower, and you trying to clock out on your lunch break just to go to the doctor.
For people who are entrepreneurs who are watching, just remember that your boss your boss gets to travel the world and gets to do all the things that you wish you could do.
Mm-hmm.
Your boss is able to do that because you go to work every day.
Mm-hmm.
So keep pushing. Like if you're an entrepreneur that has a 9 to 5 and you wondering if it's right for you or you praying over it, just remember that, you know, your boss was in that situation at one point too.
Mm-hmm.
The person that you work for was in that situation too. You gotta push through. Entrepreneurship is not for the weak, honey. Cause it's sometimes you make $0, your phone ain't gonna ring, your email ain't gonna ding, your Shopify ain't gonna go on. And you still gotta buy inventory, you still got to get up and you gotta push it. You like, I ain't made 2 doggone cents.
Okay.
But you gotta keep pushing. You gotta believe it. Everybody around you ain't gonna believe.
No,
because if the vision was given to you, everybody else can't see your dream.
Yeah.
So if they ain't pushing for you, you got to push for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Welcome. So anybody that is just tuning in, we are here with Tiffany, and she is the creator of Skies of Rain
Hey,
collection.
y'all.
Yep. So if you have any questions for us, definitely drop them down below.
Do we have any? I can't see what.
Let me get up because I don't know. I see something, but I have no idea.
For Rose.
Oh, you know what? I could at least like go to the question tab.
Somebody wave. I'm just waving back to folk. Uh-oh.
We want to let them know about the raffle again too.
Oh yeah, so definitely let them know about the raffle. So if you join in, anybody that's joined in right now, go ahead and type down "I'm here" in the comments. You type "I'm here" in the comments. Go ahead and tell them what they get, Tiffany.
So if you type "I'm here" in the comments, if you are watching, you get a chance to win my products inside of this Glamaholic case.
Got it. There's a whole bunch of goodies in the bag. I already looked in the bag. So
I can't see any of the previous comments.
Yeah.
But...
Okay, so we're gonna tap off of entrepreneurship for a quick minute and kind of get into a relationship because you got, I guess, 3 different perspectives here. So yeah, y'all, let's go with A man tells a significant other to be submissive. She tells him that's an outdated way of thinking. I don't know. If we, but not on here though. So yeah, this is a whole new crowd. So a man tells his significant other to be submissive. She tells him that's an outdated way of thinking. Who's right? And explain.
So a man tells his woman she needs to be submissive.
Mm-hmm.
And she says that's an outdated way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Who's right? I would say nobody's right. Because that was the conversation they should have had before they got to the point of calling it a relationship.
Absolutely.
Because if you want a submissive woman, you should have found out if she was willing to be submissive before you met her as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And you should have found out that he wanted a submissive woman because you wasn't willing to be one.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say nobody ain't right, because those are the uncomfortable conversations you need to have before you say you my man, you my husband, or whatever else. You
Girl,
need to
I heard
have
your
those.
mama for a minute when you said that. Before you wanted to be one.
Yes, you need to have had those conversations before.
I agree. I don't feel like anybody is right or wrong in the situation. But yeah, it should have already been a conversation that's had. You know, if this is your significant other, yeah, y'all should already kind of know what's expected of each other, or at least have those conversations.
Yeah, you should have talked about that already.
So, what's the longest your significant other can say no to having sex before it starts to affect the relationship? That's for both of y'all. What you mean?
In my
You looked at her.
In my opinion, I think that you have to have much more than just a physical connection. Because what if something happens where your man or your woman loses abilities to use anything below their waist? Are you going to up and leave? Because you vowed for better or worse. So now worse is here.
You took it a whole nother way. I did not know you was going to do that. You were supposed to give me an answer.
You can't, that you have to have a much deeper connection that takes you much further than the physical to succeed in anything. Because if that's what you're in a relationship for, it may not last long for no reason. So, what if your husband go out and get to a motorcycle car accident, anything?
That's how I always think.
Paralyzed from the waist down.
Do that mean you
Something
gone because
happens,
you can't
right.
have sex?
Always somebody said, oh shit.
Hey,
I finally made
y'all
it.
make sure y'all comment. I'm here in the comments to win a Climaholic case full of our products.
Man.
So I could go forever. I ain't going nowhere because sex is not the main part of my relationship.
It
There
shouldn't be.
There you go.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Other tales. Your significant other tells you that they were as close as possible.
Girl, you with
no. Oh no.
Go ahead, read them.
So it's saying
I'm gonna choke you out.
It say your significant other tells you that they were as close as possible to physically cheating, but thought of you and came home. What?
Wow.
Like, why would you even bring that up?
Wow, yo.
But so you come in,
So
hey
proud.
babe, you know what? I almost cheated on you, but you know what?
did.
What?
I was
Like,
about
how
to.
do you
even
Like, how
say
close
that?
is close? What
Right.
you mean?
What's close? Right.
What
Were y'all
happened?
undressed?
Well, she was a stranger. You
Right.
know this woman.
Right. Did you have to put clothes back on, or did you just walk away like, nah, get off of me? Like, what was that? Like, yeah, I don't know.
It's a condom.
I don't know.
What
Why do you have
happened?
one of
Why
those
did-
though?
Oh, so
You
you,
married.
so
Why
you
you
stopped at the store and you got one. No.
How did we
Mm,
get here? That's
Why was you
That's a
with this
lot.
person? What made you straight up with? Well, I got a lot of questions. What
Yeah.
what made you feel like you had to go seek somebody else in the first place? How did we get to this point?
Yeah. And what were we looking at when you came home to say that though?
And sometimes that's the uncomfortable conversation that
Yeah.
women don't want to have.
Yeah.
Like we
I don't want to hear it
you
all.
know,
You got-
but
yeah.
sometimes women don't want to hear like, you was doing X, Y, and Z, so this made me call Jessica down the street because Jessica,
Yeah.
be, on Instagram
Yeah.
doing all this on her
Yeah.
fans only and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
What's called
And that's
fans.
part of the take care of home part. Like, a lot of people feel like the take care of home is like literally like the lights and the gas and stuff
cooking
like
and
that.
cleaning and
Nah.
no.
It's a lot more of taking care of home.
Yeah.
So Valentine's though, do's and don'ts, like sex on the first date. This is your first date together and it happens to be Valentine's Day.
First date.
Uncomfortable, like how does that work?
So wait.
I think we grown, so I think that sex is energy. It's what you feel. I mean, probably my younger self would be probably like, no way, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? But we grown. I think that depends on, you know what I'm saying, how you feel, your energy, your vibe. I don't think that we, a lot of the things that we've heard all the time that we growing up, they don't apply. Well, we're not grown. We're grown now. We know better. Like, that ain't always how it go. Everybody who had sex on the first date, some of those people really made it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Sex on the first date is not a deal breaker for people. Like, people act like it is. Like,
It always come up. Like I've had, there was a question that was asked to me, but then also it was another question that was on here, and I'm like, people always make a big deal about it. And I think I'm kind of like the opposite. Well, I'm an energy person too, though. But the younger me, I probably would have been like, okay. But for real,
because honestly, is it a deal breaker though? Like, a guy not gonna be like, oh, she slept with me, I'm not gonna be with her anymore.
And then so now it just depends, like the person to date. But it's a lot too. Like, I'm just not out dating any and everybody anyway. So if I'm spending time with you, 9 times out of 10, I might want to sleep with you anyway. So,
but this is the first date though. So y'all miss this is.
But first date we could have been talking for months. We just
Exactly.
this could be our first physical date.
Okay, because I'm trying to put it in the mindset of where we at with this first date. Like, we literally just met, and okay, all right.
Yeah, we could have just, we could just.
you have some of those, Nikki.
What?
That you've been kicking it with people and video chatting for a while, and then
y'all have.
First of all, don't put my business out there.
But that's how it be though. You could have had somebody that you would just y'all just haven't went on a date yet, but y'all know each other. You're comfortable with each other.
Okay, so then because I was thinking no, but yeah, I guess yes, because I guess yeah.
Then you're gonna do it.
Cause y'all already been working up to that point. Y'all like when I see him tonight.
Yeah, because
the vibe is right.
I've had that before, like when y'all haven't been able to link up or whatever, and when y'all finally do link up, this is the first date y'all been texting or calling each other, FaceTime, whatever, and then y'all finally link up, And then the energy is like crazy. So like, yeah, I get it. I totally get that.
This men and women thing is just so interesting all the
It is.
time.
My husband has taught me so much that I was not. Me and my friends were just having this conversation, went out last night, and I was just saying, like, my husband changed my whole perspective when we were dating. Like, I remember, and I just was telling this to them last night. I remember, like, the first time dating him, and I was like, okay, I was at his house, and I'm like, I'm about to go to the store, and it was like 8 o'clock at night, I wanted something. And he was like, no, you're not. And I was like, what you mean I'm not? And he had my car keys in his hand, like, you're not going to the store, it's 8 o'clock. I said, I'm grown. And he said, it don't matter, I'm your protector now. You don't go to the store at 8 o'clock, it's dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I took it like, oh, he trying to be controlling.
Right,
You ain't gonna tell me what I'm about to do. Like, I had that type of attitude, like, boy, you better hand me my keys, I'm gonna go to the store. And he was like, we don't talk to each other like that. If you want to communicate, we can communicate, but that's not how we communicate.
There you go.
Who you talking to?
That's the type of man I need.
Who you talking to?
Yeah,
But I didn't
'cause
know
I'm
how
running.
to accept that at first because I hadn't
I
been
know.
with somebody who carried me that way.
Exactly.
So now,
Or even cared enough, because that's the thing that people
Exactly.
miss the part that
Oh yeah.
if somebody care enough about you, you're not
Yeah.
gonna be the one out here pumping your
Exactly.
own
I mean,
gas
okay.
and taking your
Okay.
car to the shop and stuff
Yeah.
like that. If
And
they
I-
care enough
I
about
look,
you,
I look at that though too with dating. I look at that when people with the times that you're trying to tell me to come meet you somewhere or come to your place or whatever.
I still
like-
gotta get to you. You don't
Yeah.
care about what time it is.
And I
you know?
like, dude, I'm not coming out of
what's
the house
going on out
at
here right
12
now?
or 1 o'clock in the morning to come to you. No,
it ain't
buddy.
that deep.
Like, no, it's not.
It ain't
Like,
that
no.
deep.
And then if you hit me at 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, you probably finna be on block.
Or if
like,
I
don't
come,
leave-
I'm
yeah.
staying. So you better have your own.
Yeah.
Because I ain't going home tonight.
That too. That too. That too.
Like, period.
That too. Be ready. Yeah.
Girl, with that, it was a whole argument. Like, I'm gonna go to the store when I feel like it. When I get my keys, I'm
And
gonna go
you-
get these shits.
Yeah, you don't think about stuff like that, especially like being
No, you
independent or
don't.
being somebody like me, the single. I do everything, by myself. Like I'm always like running, shooting, doing everything by myself, whatever. And like you don't think about like simple stuff like it
Taking
might
out
not
the trash.
right. It might not be a good time to take the trash out at night, or whatever.
So, do you think
look,
that that would be an issue once you become into a relationship?
I think
Do you
I'm
it'll
gonna
be
have
easy
to-
for you to pull back.
I think I'm gonna have to stop doing a lot of stuff like and I won't even say stop because I'm still gonna do me, but I feel like some stuff I can like take a back seat to or whatever. Like okay, shoot, you here. Shoot, you go see what the noise is in the backyard.
Do you think
you
it'll
know,
take you a
stuff
minute
like
though? Because
that.
I think that I have been in a toxic relationship so long before
Oh
I
my
got with my
gosh.
husband that I
To be in something
unfortunately
healthy.
I thought you
was-
start thinking that toxic ways are normal.
Oh, yeah.
Like you start to act
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah.
toxic ways
Yeah.
are normal and they are not.
Yeah.
So for example, one of the questions that we had the other day with each other was, what has loving me taught you? And my answer to him was that love is not toxic.
Yeah.
Toxic behavior, toxicity is not a necessity for love.
Yeah.
And I had been in a toxic relationship for so long that I thought we supposed to argue, fight, and throw stuff. That's what it is. No.
Yeah.
Me and my friends were just having this conversation last night, and I said, we have this narrative of saying, relationships are hard.
Yeah.
Marriage is hard. It's
Yeah.
not.
It
shouldn't be. Yeah.
Changing your way of thinking
Yeah.
is what's hard.
Absolutely.
It's not the relationship itself. What's hard is changing your programming of the way you think.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hard part. You
Yeah.
have to really dig deep down inside you and figure out what is it that you want and how, and then understand the energies that you transfer to each other to change some of. That's the
Change
hard
them.
part. The
Yeah.
relationship itself is not hard. And
Yeah.
I was telling my friends last night that it's not hard with him. It's not hard in a marriage at all because I always know at the end of the night, no matter what I'm going through, that he understands. I don't have to say it out loud when I'm having a hard day or when my anxiety is acting up or I feel depressed. I don't have to say it out loud. If my friends call me and I have to express those things, I don't have to do that to him.
Yeah.
He just feels it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy when you go home to somebody. It's
They
easy.
get you.
It's easy.
Yeah.
It's just that the hard part is unlearning your toxic behaviors that you've seen all your life, no matter if it was from your parents, from your grandparents, or
Mhm.
because a lot of times
Yeah.
we want the things that we see the women or men in our lives have done. Say, for instance, that we say, I want a marriage like my mom and my dad's. But a lot of times you don't know the marriage that they had because you were a kid and you were in a kid's place. So you didn't know what your dad may have been doing. Yeah. You didn't know what your mom may have been doing. You know what they wanted you to know.
Quick story with that. My ex said to me before, you ain't nothing like your mama. He had been around in a time where he seen how she, interacted with my dad, the things she did, some of the advice that she gave. And because I didn't do something specific one time, he got upset. And it was almost like the way he said it at that time. I was not only that, but it was, what you want to date my mama? Like, it was like, you not like her. And it was like, I love my parents' relationships, respect their relationship, but I don't expect you and I to piggyback off.
And you ain't my daddy. No.
Exactly.
So my mama may have been my daddy deserving of
probably what I told him at the time too. Like, you ain't like my daddy. But yeah, like sometimes just what you were saying, like people look at other people's relationships and think that
explain that though. Like when he said you not like her, what was it?
What was it?
Dinner wasn't made.
What was he expecting of you?
What was it?
I think it was more of a affectionate type situation. I don't even recall exactly what it was. The only reason why I remember it so vividly is because he was so strong about it. Like, why are you not? And I was like, what is that about? Like, what? Why do you want me to be just like, and it was kind of like, you need to get on the bandwagon type tip. And it was kind of like, no, that's not what you about to get. This is not happening here.
And see, for me, like what you just said, as far as like love isn't toxic, and that's one of the reasons why I'm saying right now is because like I feel like when you're dating somebody or like anything, when you in a relationship where you do something, if it's difficult or if it's hard, even if it's as hard to just freaking go on a date for us to link with each other. Yeah. If our schedules are clashing like her, that's like it shouldn't be too difficult. It shouldn't. Yeah, that's like for me, it's so easy for me to cut people off. I cut people off like I'm not about to jump through hoops to try to go out with you. I'm not about to keep trying to work around your schedule. If our schedules don't work to where we can actually link or this and that, then it's not meant. It was not. We're not supposed to go on a date.
So
and
I
like hard stuff, I'm not doing anything super hard. I'm not. Like, why do it have to be
hard?
Because like I don't. For me, yeah, it shouldn't. And then too, when you just said like people looking at parents, I don't know. My parents probably had their rough times, stuff like that or whatever.
No, and they probably
yeah.
You had to have kids place for us to know.
What I did see wasn't hard.
Right.
What I did see wasn't hard. I saw a lot of love. I saw their freaking celebrated 38 years of marriage this year.
Ooh, that's
so like for me, looking at them, I think they did celebrate 38. It's 38 this year. Or no, wait, it's 39.
I think I'm 38 this year.
Yeah. No, you're not. How old are you? I forgot.
I don't even know how old I
am. I don't know. So they've been married for maybe 38 or 39 years. Who knows? But they've made it work for however long it's been. They've made it work for 30 plus years. And so for me, I feel like I don't pattern like they're like awesome role models from it, from marriage, whatever. Like I said, I'm not in their marriage, whatever. But they've made it work. I see that it's possible.
Yes.
I see what love is. I see how my father was with my mom.
To piggyback off of that, what I mean as far as like we didn't see, like you saw the love and you saw what you needed to see as a kid. But what we don't see is the work, or like say for instance, you may not have seen if it was a time where they sat in a room together and said, hey, how we gonna pay this light bill? You know what I'm saying? But every day that you got up to brush your teeth, you knew you was able to cut the light on. That's what I mean. Like that wasn't our place. Like you know what I mean? Yeah. So I mean, as far as like we idolize some things that we don't know what it took to get there.
I say that to her all the time about relationships and stuff online and stuff like that. I said, Nikki, we have no idea what really goes on in that household.
Another thing is that
I don't idolize nobody. You ain't supposed to idolize nothing or nobody anyway. So
what she was just saying is that I saw this. Me and my husband were talking about, and me and my housekeeper were talking about how people have got. It was a post that we both saw that was talking about. Guys, how do you feel about a woman having a housekeeper?
Oh.
And too many of the men, in my opinion, felt like they were saying like it's not okay, it's unacceptable. And I wanted to know why.
Mm.
So I'm reading the comments because we have a housekeeper and my husband don't mind it. So what's the issue is what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
And a lot of them didn't have real validation behind their answers. It was just, my mom and my grandma cleaned the house and my woman should. So my take on that is that, so let's get this right, okay? You go to work and you come home, that's it, okay? That's what you do. You go to work, you come home, that's it. But you want your woman to clean the house, wash the dishes, take care of the kids, cook your plate, serve it to you, be intimate with you, while all you did was go to work.
And still go to work.
And you come home. So I was trying to understand, why do you want your woman to do that? Just because that's what your mama did? So a problem with
Especially
that
if you
is
don't
that
have to.
a lot of men have not stopped to think.
Here's the thing.
They didn't understand the mental state of their mothers. They didn't see the depression of their
Exactly.
mothers.
Yeah.
They didn't see the times where their mother cried or was unhappy because she had too much on her plate.
Yeah.
The reason that my husband pays for me to have a housekeeper is because of the fact that he works tremendous hours. So he's like, okay, we have to have a common medium. Because when I come home, I don't feel like doing this. And you got a job, and you got a business, and you got kids. And so how we gonna do this? So bam, this is what I'm gonna do.
There you go.
You know what I mean? But too many men on
Make it
their whole reason for saying no was strictly because they saw their mom and their grandmother do it all. So you want your woman to have struggle. Because what you did was saw her struggle through certain things. We're advancing, move with the times. We're learning to understand our mental health. It's a lot on a woman just taking care of kids all day alone.
Just get it to it back and forth to school.
Just
I
taking
deal with my kids while at work, and I'm like this.
Just taking care of kids.
Like,
You know what I'm saying? If I hear one more Coco Miller song, I'm gonna blow up. So you know what I'm saying? Like just taking care of your kids, and then you just be with kids all day, and you don't have a moment to yourself. Like that's a whole different. Physical work and mental work are different.
Yes.
Are different. And too many times the men were just on there saying no just because my mama did it, so you should be able to do it. Pretty much.
I'm not your
because you
mama.
didn't see your mama really breaking down, or why the reasons that she didn't. You know what I'm saying? Certain things like. Really, some
She
of them had
exhausted.
no
Your
reason.
daddy was going around the corner screwing Miss Carla.
Because your mama didn't
Because
feel
your mama
like
was because your mama
Because
didn't
she
feel
didn't-
like it because she didn't clean. She didn't wipe
Pick
her arms
greens
down.
all day.
She didn't get the baseboards. She done soaked these greens in vinegar.
Milk these plants.
She done did everything. So when he come in and he think that she finna lay the platter out for him and then they finna have a good night. Nah, so he was going around the corner.
The problem
So that's why
is-
y'all got an outside sibling. My bad, you know.
Here goes some real
There you
stuff
go.
for y'all.
Thank you.
The problem is that black people don't think that they deserve the same luxury as other races.
That is one.
Ooh.
I found that out when I
Say
moved
that
down
one again.
south.
I struggled with myself when he offered the situation of getting a housekeeper. I struggled with myself because you're supposed to be able to hold the baby on your hip and mop the floor.
No.
That's what you're supposed to do, right?
Right.
No, that ain't what you're supposed to do.
Unfortunately.
Other cultures and other people are not groomed how we're groomed. We're groomed to struggle.
We're going to put
and
everything
they're
on
not.
our back.
You know what I'm saying?
And then run.
And other races, they're gonna have a driver, a nanny. They have help to help. They have help to help them, but we feel like we can't get those things.
Yes. Or we don't.
We had somebody. We never told anybody, but we've had somebody too.
But see, that's a problem too. That's a problem too. We feel
But
like we
yeah.
have to dumb down our luxuries
Yeah.
because what other people are going to say.
Yeah, because we definitely had somebody.
Somebody got time.
Yeah.
I mean, like at
Yes.
one point,
And I be needing help with laundry sometimes too. So
I was working 2 jobs and going to school. So I mean, there's no time to
Yeah,
do
we
all the
definitely
extra stuff
have.
or whatever. So
You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
you
Too
gotta
many
make
times
it.
we feel like we have to dumb down our luxuries.
Mhm.
We have to dumb down our luxuries because we don't want everybody saying, "Oh, you bougie."
Yeah,
you
and that's the first thing that fly people off, and that drive me crazy.
I'm
Like,
so yeah.
like literally, like
Oh,
family
God.
be like, "It was
Why
why?
do we
Why
feel
am I
like we don't
bougie?"
deserve luxuries? We should be able to travel. We should be able to have nannies. We should be able to have drivers. We should be able to have housekeepers. There's nothing wrong with that. But for some reason, we feel like those are things like you guys are saying that we have to hide.
Yeah.
We can't let our friends know. Well, we need different friends.
Yeah.
If I
Absolutely.
feel like I can't tell you I got a housekeeper,
Yeah.
we can't roll in the same circle. Because
Absolutely.
you can't feel like you can get one.
Absolutely.
You feel like you ain't deserving of one, then you ain't. We ain't going to the same place. I can't be. You ain't my friend no more.
No, you keep hearing me say I need some help, so I done got
If
some
you
help.
feel like you got to put your Gucci bag away because
This child says she gotta watch Paw Patrol 10 times a day.
you feel like you gotta hide your Gucci bag, but you go around certain crowds, that ain't the crowd for you.
Yeah.
Because you need to go to the
That's
crowd where you can
100.
pull out your Gucci bag.
Yeah.
Why we gotta dumb down our luxuries?
No, we don't have to. Like it's a mindset thing, definitely.
It is. You're tuning in live with Joy and Nikki, and we have here with us Tiffany.
Hey y'all.
The creator of
Well, y'all in
collection,
here. Hey y'all.
Skies of Rain. So we've got into the product and the do's and don'ts of Valentines and relationships and love.
What y'all doing for Valentine's Day?
I don't know. I don't really have nothing specific. I'm be at work. Shoot, nothing too crazy. Have no idea. Somebody surprised me. Shoot.
Period.
Yeah, that's
Period.
Somebody surprised me
Y'all
for
girlfriends
Valentine's
don't
Day.
want flowers, they want lipstick
Okay.
for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go on Skies of Rain collection. Find them a color to go with something they got in their closet. Matter of fact, plan it out. Plan out which lipstick you gonna get for them.
Yes, plan
Plan
it
out.
out.
Like, look, okay, I know she got this blazer, and I think this color
Yes,
gonna
pull
get
out
with
the
that
dress
blazer.
board. There
So,
you go.
bam,
There you go.
Yeah.
And we got the oil for later.
Okay.
I tell y'all.
Keep that all
We're
up.
gonna close out. We thank you
Yes,
guys
thank
for
y'all.
tuning in.
I will announce the winner. Once I get a chance to go through all the comments, so
Yeah.
I'll probably announce the winner tomorrow via Instagram, and I'll post it. I'll post it on my stories, and I'll post it on my Facebook as well.
Okay, again, let them know where they can follow you at.
Follow me at Skies of Rain on Facebook, Instagram. I'm also on TikTok, Skies of Rain TV, and YouTube, Skies of Rain TV.
And then Rain is REIGN.
Thank you, babe. Love y'all. Y'all know I appreciate y'all for rocking with me so tough. Also, visit my beauty vending machine. Oh, Lord. Visit my beauty vending machine at 2229 Kelly Road in East Point, Michigan.